Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Grumpy Jeff here doing a guide on Armiger today, and I have built out two for you. One is based around damage, so you have this guy here, almost enough crit rate, 91%, so he is going to miss some of the time, and we have 220% crit damage, so he's going to hit like a truck with 2,373 damage. We could raise that up quite a bit, but I don't want to do unrealistic gear on them, although I do have a couple 6 stars. I did try and leave stuff lower. Lower ranks, lower, not all the way fleshed out on some things. I had to do it on, some gauntlets I could trade out just to show you how hard he can hit, but I'm not going to go over the top on anything like that. And then we have our regular one, who has a little bit decent gear as well, but as you can see here, I didn't try and top anything off. I didn't level him out all the way. He has absolutely 0 masteries. When we go over to our other Armiger, we have full masteries here. As you can see, he's also built around getting that extra crit damage. You got the extra 10% there, we got the extra 5% crit rate, and the extra 20% crit damage on his skills. That's why we went that way, and then we focused on accuracy to try and get his accuracy up, because you need it for his A1. In order to increase the turn meter by 30%, the attack has to be critical, so you make sure you got high critical rate. And then, like anything that takes away turn meter, you have to have accuracy. The higher the resist, the higher accuracy you have to overcome it. So we will miss occasionally on his decreased turn meter because he has the 9% chance of not hitting a critical rate. So occasionally when he hits just standard, it's not going to hit that hard. So we're going to step over into Spider. We're going to do a couple of runs on different levels to kind of show you a realistic usage of Armiger and build them out with real teams. So we'll head on over to Spider. Alright, here we are with our first setup. We got Armiger doing our decreased turn meter and our main damage dealer besides Kale, who's our other damage dealer. We got Thenisil to put down the increased defense, which for Armiger is actually going to help increase the damage as well as protect him. We have Apothecary, whoops, just unclicked him, doing our defensive aura for another 20%, so even raising up the damage dealt by him. Then we have speed boost out of Gorgob and revives if necessary. Let's go ahead and run this. And since we have the 91% crit rate on Armiger, we are going to miss the occasional decrease turn meter. But that's really just to slow him down a little bit. In this kind of build out, I'm not looking to control the turn meter all the way. I'm just looking to buy myself time as I can wipe out the little spiderlings and just kind of put more damage in between the regrowth. Because at this level, if you're fighting on this spider, you're trying to get to the next level, which is where you start getting a 6-star gear. So you really just want to build a team that's about survivability. You're not trying to build a team that's about speed. You're not trying to build a team that's anything more than just getting through this level. Worst case scenario, you build this team, it has a high survivability, it can become your farming team if you can't get through the next level. But the real purpose of this team that I built here is just if you're trying to get through this stage. So we'll go ahead and pause the video here, and I will come back when we are closer to killing the spider. Alright, here we are. Might be at the kill part here, depending upon if the spider gets this eat off or not. There's a decreased turn meter. There's Kale wiping out most of his minions there, so we're going to go through it. He gets a little bit of heal out of there, but that's pretty much how this one's going. Now, we don't have a decreased defense guy in here. We don't have a weakened guy in here, which is definitely something you can add in if you want an Armiger to lay down his serious. But there you go, 84,000 without any decrease down, any defense down whatsoever. And he's just a heck of a little champ, especially for an uncommon, and that's on your stage 12 spider's den there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build that one for the next stage. Not stage 12, but we'll go up a couple stages, and I'll show you the next build. Alright, here we are with level 15, which I know can be a really, really difficult level for a lot of people to get through because of the force affinity on the spider. So I built kind of a really oddball team just to kind of get through this, just to show you called together. Drexthar is probably the toughest champion to get, if not Coldheart, depending upon your luck when you pull Voids. She, not guaranteed, he can be as long as you hit your tag team arena up. And then I have my dual Armigers going here. I have the one that's all masteried out and all kitted out. And then we have our 0 kit. I mean, he's got basic armor and whatnot that I showed you earlier, but he's got nothing else going for him. Plus, he's only level 50. So here we go. This is a manual team. It can just get a little wonky if you let it just go on its auto. So I like to run it manually just to make sure I get the stuff going off when I want it to go off. So to start, I usually like to go with the later rest out of these two guys. See, 93,000. They're going to go after her because there is no negative affinity bait out there. I only really want 1 turn meter out of her. Later rest. We're going to bait all these guys in there. Boom. That's the only one I need out of her. The rest from here, I got my slowdown. She's just going to be bait. It actually kind of hurts that they're going for her rather than my lead here. But there we go. That's what we're looking to see. She's toast. They're going to start getting those burns, and that's just going to help me. These two guys are just going to slow them down. And there you have it. Still like to control it to make sure. As you can see, the resist sometimes gets you. Obviously, you can't always hit it, so we're going to try and decrease turn meter again as much as we can. And then you have to kind of alternate how you're throwing out that later rest. But as you can see, these are starting, the burns are really starting to get to them. Make sure that we knock them down a little bit. Take some of the spiders out, but you want to leave that burn on there as the alternative damage point. Alright, so we got to go A1, take that turn meter down. Probably going to go, yep, A1 again. Hopefully get, there we go, another turn meter down. And with the slowdown from our Stagnite, we definitely are going to get there. So just keep hitting, maximizing damage. They'll be fine. Yeah, go ahead and get some health. Make sure all these spiders are... Oh, I got rid of most of my burns there. So turn meter down. Do another turn meter down. Hopefully it hits. I know we can get the resist in there and screw everything up for this video, but I think we should have it here. So we'll just keep running through it. So, I mean, yeah, I had to use one legendary here on the level 15. You could replace him with a resist champ. You could replace him with a couple other options there. Decrease turn meter. I'm going to try and get decrease turn meter, because what's the point? Might as well just win it. And there you have it pretty much right there. These burns are just going to take that spider out. Might as well decrease some defense on the spider there. Maybe we get one more. Nope, toast. And there you have it. 2 Armigers, level 50. Level 60, a little bit of damage done, not too much. 1.5 out of Drexthar with the burn. But as you can see, the Armiger is super useful if you're just trying to get that burn done and done. And that's level 15. We are done. I'm going to do one quick spiderling a little bit higher up, and I think you'll enjoy it. Alrighty guys, this is my final one. This is the final stage of spider. This is me just quickly showing you the you don't get to go method. So a lot of turn control on the spider this time, and you can see my miscreated monster to put down the extra shields to help keep my Drexthar alive. And I have my Larissa for helping with the speed, and here we go. We're just going to kind of lay down some stuff there, and we're just going to manual it just because I want to make sure that everything's done the way I want it to get done here, just so I can get this one over quick. I always play that one down, hit it every time it comes up, because I want to make sure that I get maximum damage out. There we go, 272, that's not bad. If you look at some other accounts, there are some guys out there who can use him to hit 1,000,000 plus, but they are just in uber mensch gear, and they have just crazy high great halts. So I mean, you need all that extra stuff to get the massive damage you're going to see somewhere else. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put a kind of, not a fake video out there, but just something that shows you an unrealistic version of Armiger. I'm going to put on auto here and just let it kind of auto-complete for you. And then I will show you one Ice Golem, and then that will be done. Pretty much Armiger's an all-around champ. You can use him on Fire Knight as well. Actually, I'll probably show you one Fire Knight as well. So an Ice Golem, a Fire Knight, and then that's it. You can use your Armiger how you want, and remember, you can always get free books on Armiger. Do not use your books. Just wait. He will appear in the market. You will get him from green charts. Just wait your time. You will get enough. Alright, here we go on to the next little battle here. I'm just going to quickly show you stage 13 here of the Ice Golem and how these two Armigers can be super helpful in the Ice Golem. Besides the fact that he's vulnerable to turn meter control, they can also put their A2, the later rest, to block the revive of any of the adds. So we will jump all the way to the boss fight, and I'll show you how you can use this to great effect. Alright, here we are all the way to the boss. We have this one add down. Go ahead and put our later rest. Hopefully, yep, boom, block revive. Just put this back on auto. You might want to manual it if you're making sure you put the later rest down on these bad guys there. But as you can see, we'll get to Frigid Vengeance, and boom, now we just have one revive. That's huge. That means he will never have 100% ignore defense again for this entire battle. If you have the possibility to do a blender comp, that's huge, because these guys get to do their decrease on the number 1, and then they can do their block revives if they're the last one to go during a blender comp on one of these ads. Actually, no, they won't. That's their A2. Excuse me. But there you go. Another block revive. Both of them are down. He'll never bring them back. And that is how these can be used to great effect. They're an uncommon. Uncommon that has block revive and turn meter control. That's insane. This is easily an epic champion. I wouldn't go as far to say it's a legendary. It just doesn't have the staying power. But that's a heck of a champion right there. Alright, and we'll jump over to Fire Knight and do that one real quick here for you. Alright, here we are on stage 13. This is the first time you can get level 6 gear out of the Fire Knight, and if you need to farm it, you can build a really decent farming team. Obviously, I have some legendaries in there. In fact, let me swap one of them out real quick here. Go ahead and pause. There you go. I put in another uncommon, so we have the 1 legendary up front, and then we have an epic and 3 uncommons, and I'll show you how to farm with this guy real quick. Shouldn't be too long. A lot of decreased turn meter in there, which is what you want. And these guys can just lay down the hits. I mean, they're just going to crush it. So yes, I have my Martyr. Any other, basically, counterattack champ would work, or blender champ would work as well. Depending upon what you have in your stable, it really depends. As you can see, these guys are just laying waste to most of the freaking ads there, so they're gonna dominate them for the most part. And then Martyr also has her provoke, which is really nice for these mobs, especially when I have like a guy like, you know, Outlander over here who's pretty weak, so he takes some beatings. He's not going to lay down too much damage, but it's really about his turn meter. Fire Knight goes, she does the suppression, so that's an issue. Talisman, these guys are wasting all their moves, as they do, which is my mistake. I should have put it on manual. Put the Huntmaster up. Good golly, Martyr. Come on now. You should be better than that. They're going to take another hit here. Make sure she puts the right move up. Here we go. Get that defense up. And then we'll just do some A1s on this and just kind of run them real quick here. Because they're not going to be able to slow them down. Sometimes you just have to do it. There we go. Now they can get through. I'll put it back on auto. These guys will just wear down that shield. They'll just eat through it, and then they'll be able to put their decreased attacks down once he drops that shield. Boom, there you go. Decreased turn meter, and we are just going to see this guy not really get a chance to go all that much. Boom, some more decreased turn meter. He's just not getting it. The A2 from Outlander is also going to put down his decreased turn meter, so I mean, it's 3 uncommons. 3 uncommons. I have 1 legendary, yes. I was lucky to get that legendary in there. But if you have a counterattack champ, you can easily do without this legendary. Just equip them right. Get the high accuracy to make sure they're hitting crits so they can keep that turn meter down. And you are just through level 13. You are farming level 6 gear. And there you go. It's that easy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit the subscribe button if you like the content I'm creating. If there's anything else you'd like to see, leave a comment below. I'm more than happy to make a video on request. Also hit that bell notification so you hear about my new videos. And I appreciate you and you have a good day.